divided to paper development of information technology organizations for financial and strategic management of startup projects. This paper researches the development of organizations working in the field of information. A rrobit model approach is offered in which productivity is defined as a close correlation of the factors in the organization. A rrobit model approach is offered in which productivity is defined as a close correlation of the factors in the organization. A rrobit model approach is offered in which productivity is defined as a close correlation of the factors in the organization. Technology in the system of financial and strategic management of startup projects. The proposed rrobit regression model allows to assess and predict the development of future startups based on modeling the productive behavior of organizations working in the field of information technology. The productivity of the organization is the best indicator that determines the quality of financial and strategic management system. A rrobit model approach is offered in which productivity is defined as a close correlation of the factors in the organization. At the present stage of economic development, organizations in the field of information technology play an important role. Progressive foreign experience must be used for the effective development and competitiveness of organizations in the field of information technology. It concerns the issue of intensifying investment and financial processes and the search for new advanced technologies. Startup is one of the modern types of organizations in the field of information technology. Today there is a need for constant management of organizations in the field of information technology, finding ways to influence strategic development and productivity in order to better financial planning and strategic management of new projects. The proposed model allows organizations to assess and predict the development of future startups based on modeling the productive behavior of organizations working in the field of information technology. Regression analysis as a tool of economic and mathematical modeling is the basis of the study. The regression analysis of a comprehensive analysis and assessments of the productivity of organizations in order to make informed decisions for the realization of successful and productive startup projects was implemented. The rates of productive and unproductive organizations working in the field of information technology can receive two values, 1 or 0. It provides an opportunity to design the Probit regression model with which to predict the meaning of pre-built variables in a little piece of time. The Probit model allows to estimate the probability that the analyzed, dependent, variable will take the value 1 for given factor values. Tables 1 and 2 provide information for Probit modeling, analysis and assessments the productivity of the organizations working in the field of information technology. The sample includes 41 productive and unproductive organizations. The information was received through a survey held in the framework of labor market monitoring at the Department of Career Development and Business Cooperation of Ivan Franko National University of Lviv in 2021. The research involved 64 business experts who work or have worked in the field of information technology. The main criteria for selecting business experts are as follows. Competencies in the field of information technology, education and general experience, experience in the field of information technology, more than 10 years, and experience in the position. Staff motivation and capacity, quality and variety of products were identified by survey in reach of 0 and 10. Productivity of the organization was identified as 1 or 0. The quantitative data, net income from sales, costs, on the economic activities of the organizations working in the field of information technology were identified from the survey. This data was used to estimate productivity of the product. Probit model can be represented as follows. There are several ways to find Probit regression coefficients. In the study, the maximum likelihood method was used. This method is used to get the parameter estimates of the general population from the sample. The characteristics of the received Probit model are as follows. The four-factor Probit regression model offers high reliability. Chi-square, which is equal to 56.8, is confirmed by calculations. The significance of chi-square claims that the almost zero probability of not refusing the null hypothesis. The analytical expression of the developed model will look like this. The resulting equality can be used to conduct a comprehensive analysis and evaluation of the productivity of organizations with different values of the factors. Figure 2 shows the dependence of the productivity of organizations when changing the factor x4, productivity of the product, for certain values of the factor x2, staff capacity, and the fixed value of the factors x1 and x3, x1 equals 7, x3 equals 7. That is, increase the productivity of product for different values of the staff capacity, and fixed values of other factors leads to better the productivity of organizations. Productivity of product is defined as the ability of an organization to receive any benefits from its business activities, and rational use of resources. Productivity of product is the basis of all decisions of the organization in managing the activities and relationships with business partners. This indicator requires the status of the main criterion used to assess the productivity of the organization. Productivity means a steady income from the sale of products, which must exceed the costs. As a result, profitability reflects the productivity of all economic activities of the organization. Figure 3 shows the dependence of the productivity of organizations when changing the factor x2, staff capacity, for certain values of the factor x1, staff motivation, and the fixed value of the factors x3 and x4, x3 equals 7, x4 equals 0. That is, increase the staff capacity for different values of the staff motivation, and fixed values of other factors leads to better the organization's productivity. Improving staff capacity is one of the most difficult issues in personnel management. At the current stage of Ukraine's economy development, the problem of employee development, increasing the staff capacity has become important. Those challenges confronting organization can be resolved only under conditions of appropriate motivational basis that is founded to motivate the staff of organizations to productive activities. It is a question of implementation of the forms and methods of personal development which would promote high productive work. Figure 4 shows the dependence of the productivity of organizations when changing the factor x3, quality and variety of products, for certain values of the factor x2, staff capacity, and the fixed value of the factors x1 and x4, x1 equals 5, x4 equals 0. That is, increase the quality and variety of products for different values of the staff capacity, and fixed values of other factors leads to better the organization's productivity. Assortment policy is one of the main objects of the organization's management system. The quality and variety of products determine the feasibility of organizing development. Assortment policy is the basis of stability, productivity, individuality, competitiveness of the organization, if it is properly designed. So, in the end, the assortment policy determines the success of the organization in the market. In addition, the assortment policy is the most important of all the tools in which organizations expanding activity in the market. Now, let's try to assess the productivity of new startup projects with a received Probit regression model. Information on the performance of new startup project is provided in the table 3. The results of the settlement on the productivity of new startup project are present below. Assessment data demonstrate that the first and second startup project is the most productivity. Therefore, investors, managers, stakeholders, and other financial entities or individuals who want to invest in the development of information technology need to look at the first and the second startup project. A Probit regression model confirms that the staff motivation, staff capacity, quality and variety of products, productivity of product are important indicators that reflects the organization's productivity. On the basis of the model, managers will have an opportunity to select the effective startup projects. This knowledge is important for investors, stakeholders and other financial entities or individuals who want to invest in the development of information technology.